Welcome to A Peek Inside. I'm Olivia Barlow, a student in the Broadcasting and Electronic Media Department at Pikes Peak State College. This program takes you inside the events, careers, and lives of people in and around the Pikes Peak region. Our guest today is Tony Santiago. Tony is the founder of a nonprofit organization for agricultural education with a focus on inner-city foster kids and children at risk. So, Tony, I was wondering if you'd be able to tell me a little bit about your organization and its mission.
Of course. So our goal is to provide agriculture education to, like you said, inner city kids, foster kids, children at risk, children of military families, and provide them with a positive and educational outlook towards agriculture. I feel like our organization feels like it's an underdeveloped and undervalued skill set that people could use.
I see. What are some of the objectives that you aim to achieve?
Okay, so our main one is to provide with sustainability, teach them about harvesting their own food, growing their own food, taking care of any animals, livestock, and then also earn a sense of responsibility and really be able to take care of themselves in the event that they wanted to, if not that it would be necessary, but if they wanted to completely self-sustain, they could.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, what makes your nonprofit unique?
Ours is a little bit unique because a lot of the nonprofits for agriculture, I won't name any names, but a lot of them you have to be kind of in the community to get into those things. You have to know somebody, you have to have the skill set before you get into that, understand that stuff. And then there's one of them in particular makes you sell your animals after you win the 4-H competition. So there'll be no selling of your animals in ours, but you can actually end up keeping your own chickens and growing your own food. So
that's awesome.
We're looking to do something that's for everybody.
Right. And I understand that you have a rank system. Could you tell me about that?
Yeah, so you start off with gardener, and you get a little gardener hat, and then as you progress, you can get your farmer hat, and then the final stage is the junior rancher, and then you get to work with the horses, and that's where the fun stuff kind of comes in.
That's awesome. Well, is that inspired by the dojo?
Yep, so that's also, my jiu-jitsu gym, we have a rank system there, and I kind of took those ideas from there and I kind of applied them to our nonprofit, so that way, it gives kids something to strive for, and, getting that new hat is just something that is pretty cool for kids. Like, you start off with a little goofy gardener hat, and then you get your straw farmer hat, and then you get a really cool Stetson like mine, and that'll be it, so.
Right, all right. Well, I'd love to talk more about this after the break.
Okay.
All right, and we'll see you guys after the break.
A lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. For her to see her father celebrate his graduation, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't lie and say it was easy. But sometimes you just have to stop everything and take it in. I looked at everything in a different light. I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
It took 20 years and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to A Peek Inside. I'm Olivia Barlow from the Broadcasting and Electronic Media Department at Pikes Peak State College. We're joined today by Tony Santiago. All right, so Tony, why did you decide to start your nonprofit?
So I have a nephew who lost his dad at a very young age. He recently lost his mother in 2022, and he was spending some time with me while he was transitioning to my sister-in-law's house. And he was down there working, and he was like, now mind you, he's down there for 8 hours. Most adults, they got about 4 hours of cleaning after horses and take care of stuff, and they're like, I'm out of here. Right. This kid stayed there for the whole 8 hours working. He talked the whole time. Every second of the day he talked. But when he got done, he was like, hey, you know what? I think this makes me not sad when I'm working here. And I was like, that kind of sparked an idea. And then I came up with the concept, and I brought it for a couple friends, and we worked out the kinks, and that was it.
That's incredible. Yeah, anything to get your mind off of it. So what kind of animals do you have on your farm?
Oh man, so we'll start with the rabbits. I have 2 Rex rabbits. I have 8 chickens. I have 4 turkeys, 4 ducks, 6 goats, 8 sheep. I just had twins Monday. They came home and there was 2 little twin babies sitting there. So we now have 8 sheep, 1 alpaca, 3 livestock guardian dogs, and I think that's it.
Yeah, that's a whole zoo.
That's a lot.
Very nice. Well, what are some of the things that the kids get to learn from working on the farm? So
the first one we start with is we teach them how to grow microgreens. Those are something that are easy for everybody to do. They show results quickly. You always can use vegetables or parsleys or stuff like that. So they start off with the microgreens. Once they get past that level, they'll take care of live poultry. So that's the turkeys, the ducks, the chickens. Once you learn how to care for those and harvest the eggs and everything else, then you can move on to the small livestock, which are the goats and sheep. So they're a little bit, more difficult, a little bit more feisty, like some headbutts. And then when you graduate that, you can move on to the alpacas. And then finally, you get to ride and take care of the horses. So
that's awesome. Yeah. I would love to take care of an alpaca.
Yeah, no, he's pretty funny. So.
How do you manage your time between school, work, and your organization?
So when I was younger, I always remembered how many seconds there were in a day, 86,400 seconds in a day. So I just try to use every second available. So I don't watch much TV, I don't watch, I every once in a while, but I don't stay too long on social media. So I wake up at 5, do the chores, come to school, then I'll take care of the animals, and then I go to the gym. So.
Wow, yeah, you're using every second that you can. That's awesome. All right, well, we're going to go back to break. That's all the time we have for now. Okay. I love talking to you about this, and I'm excited to hear some more.
All right.
All right.
If disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch.
Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house.
Welcome back to A Peek Inside. I'm Olivia Barlow from the Broadcasting and Electronic Media Department at Pikes Peak State College. We're joined today by Tony Santiago. All right, Tony. So what are some ways that you receive funding for your nonprofit?
So most of our funding comes from donations, but we also have like the kids collect eggs, so we can sell the eggs. We also sell some of their produce that they grow, and they'll sign it when you sell it. So, you might get a batch of parsley or, cilantro, and it'll be packed by James, So, but the eggs, of course, that's a popular one. People want farm-grown eggs, and then surprisingly, the duck and turkey eggs are really popular. So, I don't per se duck eggs, but people use them for baking, so I guess that's really popular because they have more yolk than white. And then the turkey eggs, I guess people just like eat turkey eggs. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, that almost sounds like exotic. I've never even heard of turkey eggs. Like, it makes sense,
yeah.
But
I mean, maybe I'll bring you some next time.
Yeah, that'd be excellent.
But yeah, so a little bit of profit from stuff the kids sell and make. Other things we do is fundraising. So we're actually planning like a gala, so like a banquet. Be all dress all fancy, and the kids will be there. And we're gonna, take donations there. There'll be drawings and raffles. Another way is just everyday small donations. People will donate cash. We have PayPal, Venmo, all that stuff. We're a 501c3, which means we're a tax-deductible donation. So, some businesses choose to give just because they want to, and others give because, it helps their business. And we're good with that either way. So.
Yeah, that's incredible. I see talking about this really makes your face light up. Do you feel like your life has changed since you started this?
It's more, I kind of always, tried to help, kids out, and especially ones related to me. It's just now I'm able to do it on a bigger scale, so, and other people can do it. So hopefully one day when I'm not here, it'll still be going on, and and it'll be going on for future generations.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, what are my apologies. If anyone wants to learn more about your organization, how would they be able to get some more information about that?
There's a couple different options. You can always stop by our headquarters is in the same location as my jiu-jitsu gym in 153 Fontaine Boulevard down in Fountain. Also, we have Instagram, Facebook. If you would like to, you guys can reach out on my personal account. I think it's super fancy. It's Anthony W. Santiago, BJJ, super long, on Instagram, and just shoot me a message, ask if you want to help out or just get more information.
All right, that's incredible. I loved hearing about your organization, and it's super cool that you were able to start this.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for A Peek Inside. I'd like to thank our guest, Tony Santiago. I'm Olivia Barlow, a student in the Broadcasting and Electronic Media Department at Pikes Peak State College. More information on this program can be found at pikespeak.edu/BEM.